hit record. Record-breaking news, had to show up just to fill a void. Confused spoiler boys, y'all better keep your poise. Leave me out of the weasel. Be cool when you see me, I'm hot at all that rap deep. The hood know you, so we don't borrow, believe in it. Locked in on the instrumental, I took back the key to this. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. Your top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back. Meet Joe Black. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. What I'm saying, your top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back. Meet Joe Black. What I'm saying, people saying what's already been said. Predictions, I don't listen, it's already in my head, no funny. Your most hungry place, I was past that in 28. Underground tapes, as my ass cap in publishing states. As we slide in the G-Ride, I've been getting criticized, it's keeping me energized. Create with a business mind, I'm from where killers reside. A wild hood, only knew goons since my childhood. Say anything in they raps cause it sound good. Don't even mean what they say, horrible outlook. Y'all ain't really about this house. Y'all was in the house with it. We don't respect fake jewelry and silly outfits. Window down, blowing out great tits. New York's J. Prince on Houston Street. I caught the bounce before my even bounced the beat. I took the hard way in it, man, it's the route for me. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. Your top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back. Meet Joe Black. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. Your top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back. Meet Joe Black, meet Joe Black. Why would I ever have to cop a chain again when the QB chain birth most of chains in the game? Why would I?
Come with your goons, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah, put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey, coach. Put me in the game. They put me in, so I'm going in. You play for fun, I'm playing to win. Back on the wall, I'm ready for war. If I beat them before, I could beat them again. They thought I was done, I went on a run and beat all the odds and got even again. Watch what you say, I'm not one of them. When I jump in my bag, I could jump out the gym. Take a look at my legacy, I gotta let them see.
We are just a few miles from the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the New Orleans Saints and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? Taken in at the 3. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Bucs, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
On 2nd and 9, Smith. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Here's Smith. Open man is Uzomah. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that's going to make it 4th down. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 16. All told, a 54-yard punt, 13 on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They go play action here on 1st down. That's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Taken down by Pete Werner. The Bucs at 3-4 on the year coming into play. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 32-yard line. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
19 Tiger.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
To throw on 2nd down, Anthony. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Anthony. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And I think they are going to get this one back. something, double turnovers, but instead they'll keep the possession on the INT. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. And here's Ryan Wright now as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is taken at the 23. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on 1st down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together. Yeah, they're certainly going the wrong way, aren't they? Because it looked like they had things pointing in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight. And that means this game is vital, extremely important, because if they fall 2 games below 500, the road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Now Gino. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Smith. Being chased out left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. And the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. 7 yards there and a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
On first down, Anthony. They'll swing this out to Fournette. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
We're scoreless after 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Anthony. This is caught by Evans. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 23 yards on the play.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now Saquon Barkley. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Leonard Fournette, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. The Smith's throw taken in by Landry. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down.
Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sean Murphy-Bunting.
Well, those have been a problem for them all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. To throw on 3rd down, Anthony. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 4th down.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
On 4th down, Anthony. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And the Saints will have the football back. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you punt the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it. Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Okay, break.
Now Gino on 1st down. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call back.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 33 yards that time.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they've been seeking.
Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Saints are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. And he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And with a 1-point lead, you'd have to think they'll be looking just to get this to halftime. Dumps it off to Fournette. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he goes out right around the 39. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Looking to throw on second down. Anthony. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. 4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there. Landry now on the return. So we're at halftime with our score 7-6 in a tough-fought first half. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the 3rd quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Taken in at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Smith. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Take it in at the 3. And he returns this to the 22. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he's into the end zone. A fumble return and a Saint touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. That's what they've done all game long.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Take it in at the 3. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Spencer. The gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. On 3rd down, Anthony. And that is incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Now Landry. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down because they certainly are operating at peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about giving some of their backups a little bit of work, though. Let some other guys get on the field and do their thing and save some of this for the next time out.
On second down, Kamara. And he's got some space here. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 58 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
Smith on first down. Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it off, but they were able to execute it successfully on that play.
2nd and 7. Geno out to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard. We know he has a lot of confidence in his arm and likes to force it downfield, but the coverage was tight there. Fortunate it wasn't picked off.
The 2nd and 10 now as we roll along in the 3rd quarter from Tampa. Looking to throw. Anthony. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning, threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now. Right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Joe Tryon there to make the tackle.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of the drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable second down.
Play action. It's Smith. That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. From 19 yards away. And the Saints get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And that will bump the lead up to 26. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he's going to be out of bounds here as his guys will have it to start the 4th as time has run out on quarter number 3. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack. So they'll decline the penalty there and go ahead and keep the yards lost on that last play.
Let's go.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. To throw on 2nd down, Anthony. Escaping the pressure right. And this is caught by Evans. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And he is going to have the Buccaneers 1st down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Operating from the gun, Anthony. Here's a quick pass. He's got Chris Godwin. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for second down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. After the interception, here's Smith. He's going to air one out. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years. The arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And that's how you start a drive, because you know they had this play in their back pocket, waiting for the right time to unleash it. And boy, did they pick the right opportunity. Unleashed it big time, and that was also a big-time throw.
And the final number on that throw, boy, it traveled an even 69 yards. On 1st and 10, Smith. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
A give to Kamara running right. And able to work his way down to the 16. 72 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one.
And this will be caught, and the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. CD, it'll go into the books as just one win, but this is a really impressive win. They've done it on defense, and here they continue to do it on offense. Another score in the 4th quarter to widen that advantage.
I like where you were going with that. Would you say, partner, is really 3 victories today? Landslide on the scoreboard, emphatic victory on either side of the ball. They really got it done.
Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this? And now here is another interception. Marcus May with a pick. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
A good pick up there, 26 yards.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
Trying to pound it in, Kamara. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and goal at the 8-yard line.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for New Orleans, they're back to 500 as they move to 4-4 on the year. And they'll be back home next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Atlanta Falcons come to town.